Why do bad things happen? Or why did it happen to them? Because when something terrible happens to a genuinely good person, it feels wrong in a way that's hard to explain. You look at them and think, of all people, why them? And at the same time, you'll see selfish people succeed. Real people succeed, dishonest people succeed, people who hurt others, people who lie, people who manipulate, and somehow lives keep rewarding them, and at least for a while. And if you are being honest, that can make you question everything. I think one of the first ideas we learn as a children is that world is fair. Good people get rewarded, bad people gets punished. Do the right thing and things will work out. It's the basic plot of almost every childhood story. The hero wins, the villain loses. Justice arrives eventually. The problem is real life doesn't seem to follow that script. Reality doesn't check whether you are a good person before something bad happens. Cancer doesn't care, accidents don't care, loss doesn't care, bad timing doesn't care. The universe doesn't stop and say, wait, this person was kind, let's spare them. And honestly, that's a disturbing thought because most of us secretly believe goodness should protect us, not completely, but at least a little. We want the world to reward character, we want life to acknowledge effort, we want kindness to come back around. And sometimes it does, but not always. That's the part nobody likes to talk about. Humans desperately want the world to make sense, but reality often refuses to explain itself. A good person suffers, a bad person succeeds. A terrible person lives comfortably, a decent person struggles for years, and that's often no satisfying explanation, no less, no hidden meaning, just randomness. And maybe that's what hurts the most, not the suffering itself, the lack of fairness, the feeling that reality isn't playing by the rules we thought existed. But then I started wondering about something. When we say someone is a good person, what do we actually mean? Usually we mean they are kind, compassionate, helpful, but none of those qualities were ever designed to control reality. They are qualities that affect how you treat other people, and maybe we have accidentally connected those two things. And if being good is supposed to function like some kind of protection of spell, maybe that's why we are shocked when it doesn't. And the opposite is true too. We assume bad people should fail, but success and goodness are not measuring the same thing. Success often measures skill, timing, opportunity, persistence, sometimes luck, sometimes manipulation, sometimes all of the above. Life doesn't always reward virtue. Sometimes it rewards effectiveness, and that's uncomfortable to admit because we'd rather prefer a world where morality and outcomes always matched, but they don't. At least not consistently. Before this turns completely depressing, I don't think this means being good is pointless. I think it means goodness was never a transaction. Maybe that's where we got confused. Maybe we unconsciously treat kindness like an investment. Be good, get rewarded, do the right thing, receive good things. And when that doesn't happen, we feel cheated, as if reality broke a promise. Maybe the promise never existed. Maybe being good person was never about controlling outcomes. Maybe it was about deciding who you want to be despite the outcomes. And honestly, I still struggle with that idea because part of me still wants fairness, part of me still wants the good people to win, part of me still wants the villains to get what they deserve. I don't think that part ever disappears. Maybe that's why stories are so satisfying. Stories give us the justice reality often doesn't. The hero wins, the villain loses, everything makes sense. Real life isn't usually that neat. Sometimes good people suffer, sometimes bad people succeed, sometimes nothing adds up, and maybe growing older is realizing that fairness isn't something that universe guarantees. It's something humans try to create imperfectly in small ways for each other. Because if the world isn't automatically fair, maybe that's what exactly kindness matters. Not because it protects us from bad things, but because bad things happen anyway. And kindness is one of the few things we can still choose, even in a world that doesn't always make sense.